Sachin Chaudhary from Bagpat is at the hospital to get his wife discharged after a surgery. At the cash counter, he is asked to pay 65,000 rupees towards settlement of the bill. Sachin was surprised by the demand as his policy had cashless feature. The cashier asks Sachin to contact the TPA. The cashier dials the TPA and asks Sachin to speak to him. Sachin asks why should he pay 20% of the bill when he has a cashless policy. The TPA explains that since Sachin was a resident of Bagpat, the cost of treatment there was cheaper than that in Delhi. The insurance company had charged him a premium based on this parameter. All the relevant rules and conditions were mentioned in his policy documents. Sachin wants to know how can he get back the 65,000 rupees.
Sachin had to go through is not because of the negligence of health insurance companies. In fact, people tend to ignore the rules of health insurance companies while purchasing health insurance. Now, as per zones, health insurance companies have divided the premium cost. This means people living in smaller rural areas and towns will get cheaper insurance as compared to those living in bigger cities. However, if they take the same insurance in bigger cities, then they have to pay the difference in the premium.
अगर आप कोई ट्रीटमेंट सांगली या भोपाल में लेंगे तो उतना एक्सपेंसिव नहीं रहेगा जितना आप दिल्ली या बम्बई में जाएं। तो ये हमने डिसाइड किया था कि भाई जो छोटे शहरों के लोग हैं उनको क्यों इतना बर्डन दिया जाए कि भाई वो एक्चुअली बड़े शहरों को सब्सिडाइज करें। तो इस लॉजिक से ये डिसाइड किया गया था कि हम शहरों को डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करेंगे ABC सिटीज में। जो मेट्रोज है उसको A में डालेंगे, जो सेमी मेट्रोज है उनको B में डालेंगे और जो छोटे वाले शहर हैं उनको C में डालेंगे। विच मीन्स दैट कि जो C शहर का होगा, सिंस वहाँ पे जो हॉस्पिटलाइजेशन एक्सपेंसेस के खर्चे कम होते हैं, तो नेचुरली वहाँ के उस शहर के लोगों को प्रीमियम भी कम पे करना चाहिए।
Health insurance companies have divided the country into zones 1, 2 and 3. There is a difference of 10 to 12% in the premium of one zone and the other. For example, if 30-year-old Sachin buys a health policy cover of 5 lakh rupees at his Delhi address, he will have to pay a premium of 20,000 rupees. If he buys the same policy in Meerut, the premium will be 18,000 rupees. In Bagpat, he can get the same insurance cover for 16,000 rupees. So, the premium of Zone 3 is 20% cheaper than Zone 1 and 10% cheaper than Zone 2. The premium varies zone-wise. The difference in premium also impacts how much claim you can make. If you live in Zone 3 and undergo treatment at a hospital in Zone 2, then clause of 10% co-payment will be included in the claim. If you go from Zone 3 to a hospital in Zone 1 for treatment, a clause of 20% co-payment will be applied. Co-payment means that the policyholder will have to pay a predetermined portion of the total bill from his own pocket. The same thing happened with Sachin. He lives in Bagpat and got treatment in Delhi. He went from Zone 3 to Zone 1 for treatment. As per the rules of the policy's co-payment clause, he would have had to pay 20% from his own pocket. However, the calculation of the co-payment amount can vary from one company to the other according to the policy.
अगर आपको लगता है कि आपके फैमिली में कोई ऐसा कोई मेडिकल कंडीशन है जिसके लिए आपको एक मेट्रो में ही जाके ट्रीटमेंट लेना है, तो देन उन केस में आपको एक A सेगमेंट वाली पॉलिसी ले लेनी चाहिए। क्योंकि क्या होता है कि अगर आपने B या C शहर में रहते हो लेकिन आपको उस पर्टिकुलर ट्रीटमेंट के लिए बड़े शहर में जाना जरूरी हो जाता है, तो अगर आपने वो पॉलिसी A सेगमेंट की नहीं ली तो आपको एक 20% कोपे मिलता है। एंड जब आप क्लेम करते हैं तब आपको लगता है कि भाई ये चीज मुझे बताया नहीं।
If you're living in a smaller town or rural area, then you have two health options. One is where you can buy a plan with a lower premium under the zonal basis. The other is where you can opt for a regular health plan with a higher premium. Many times, in the lure of cheap premium, people tend to buy insurance policies without understanding the rules and regulations. Later on, when the time comes for the treatment in the big cities, they tend to feel cheated owing to the lack in clarity of claim payment.
To avoid getting caught in a situation like Sachin, one should pay slightly higher premium and opt for plan with cashless hospitalization option throughout the country. If you're shifting from one zone to another, you should inform your insurer so that at renewal, you can adjust the premium. You will not get into trouble while making a claim, unlike Sachin.